Delaware County's only live television newscast from Ball State University's Unified Media Newsroom. You're watching NewsLink Indiana Midday.
Welcome to NewsLink Indiana Midday. I'm Ethan Gorski. We're still in the middle of a flu season, and it's a severe one. The CDC estimates 40 million Americans have already gotten the flu, and now the Food and Drug Administration has issued its flu vaccine recommendations for the next flu season starting this fall. The FDA says that vaccines for the upcoming respiratory virus should be trivalent. That means to protect against 2 strains of influenza A and 1 of influenza B. The agency's decision comes without input from its group of independent vaccine advisors, whose meeting was canceled without explanation late last month. In lieu of that, the FDA brought together some of its experts, along with one from the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention and the Department of Defense. Muncie Southside Middle School has a brand new administrator, a former NFL player who's returned to his roots with a mission to empower the community who helped him form his journey. NewsLink Indiana's Elena Gaither sat down with him and his colleagues to learn how he plans to make a game-changing impact at the school he once attended.
He carries with him instant credibility, a passion for helping our kids see that they can succeed just like he did.
See it, believe it, achieve it. That mantra is what got Brandon Hayes to the NFL, and it's what's bringing him back to where it all began. Southside Middle School, where he was once a student, is now where he serves as a leader.
I came from this, and just to demonstrate to the kids, like, I was raised by a single parent on the south side of town, 9th Street across from Heakin Park, and I was able to go on and do things, but it was with the help of the community and my teachers also. I couldn't do this by myself.
He means it when he says he couldn't do it by himself. Hayes didn't initially have the advantage of being guided through his aspirations. Becoming a basketball player was his dream, and going to college wasn't even on his radar. Hayes played football in high school and found out football was his way to college. He then left college early to play in the NFL for 4 years, 1 with the Indianapolis Colts and 3 with the Carolina Panthers. He returned to finish his education just like he promised his mother.
She was a strict parent, but it really paid off.
Now, as an administrator, it's impossible to forget the memories these hallways gave him. Hayes knows what it's like to feel lost in life, and he doesn't want students to experience the same. If I can do it, they can do it. Even better, he says.
It's kind of funny walking down these halls after all these years, because I believe you never know who you're going to influence to be great. You never know what that spark may be for someone that you may never know it, but it might just take them, all the way to the top on, whatever they want to do.
Hayes started at the school earlier this year, yet many are saying he's already making a big impact. In Muncie, Alana Gaither, NewsLink Indiana.
Haynes can be seen in action soon. His nonprofit, 3rd and 11, is partnering with Muncie Parks to run a 2025 NFL Flag Football League this spring. The initiative aims to encourage success not only in sports, but also in academics and community involvement. A big milestone this week for Ball State head baseball coach Rich Maloney. He became the 10th active head coach in Division I to reach 1,000 career wins. NewsLink Indiana's Dakota Atwood reports.
Our coach was talking about today's the planned day for it, so we had a lot of people in the park today, and just wanted to get it on this day for them.
30-plus years of coaching baseball all led up to this moment. 1,000 career wins for a dreamer, a winner, a mentor, a coach.
Coaching's a grind. It's really, really hard, and winning's really, really hard. So we've never taken it for granted. And I always tell every young coach, I say, winning's hard. You got to do things right day in and day out. And you got to get your team to buy in. And for me, I've had so many great players that I've had the privilege of coaching. I thank the Lord for that.
Winning just another game wasn't just another game anymore. Father Time started to settle in.
One of those days where the reflection becomes real. And you're just heart of gratitude, really. I mean, I'm overwhelmed with gratitude for the privilege to be able to coach for this long. Because now I think moving forward in the future, I think it's going to be rare for guys to coach 30 years.
By not letting his standards change because of expectations, but letting his expectations change because of standards, are a true testament for Maloney and his program.
And that's always been our philosophy. We've always said it doesn't matter who we play. If we play our game and play a clean game, we'll be in the hunt.
The Cardinals are one of the hottest teams in the country, as they've won 6 in a row. For Rich Maloney, it's continuing to build and finish what he and his family started here at Ball State University. At newly named Shebank Stadium, Dakota Atwood, NewsLink, Indiana.
The Cardinals take on the Toledo Rockets at home this afternoon at 3. Let's take a look at today's NewsLink Indiana weather. These are the conditions right now. It's 66 degrees under mostly sunny skies. Expect a very warm day today with a high approaching 80 degrees. Get ready to ride the temperature roller coaster in the 7-day forecast. Highs will range from the 40s on Sunday to the 70s on Tuesday before dropping again. Most Americans do not approve of President Donald Trump's approach to the war between Russia and Ukraine. That's according to a new CNN poll conducted by SSRS. The poll found that 59% of Americans think it's not too likely or not at all likely that Trump's approach will bring a long-term peace. Meanwhile, 41% said it's at least somewhat likely. More broadly, 59% of Americans disapprove of Trump's handling of the U.S. relationship with Russia, and 55% disapprove of his handling of the situation in Ukraine. The poll found half of Americans think that Trump's approach to the war between Russia and Ukraine is bad for the U.S. A woman in Washington state has discovered the true meaning of community. The pride flag she flies outside her home was recently vandalized, but as Eric Wilkinson shows us, her neighbors quickly came out to show their support and wouldn't let a symbol of tolerance become a symbol of hate.
You want to come see what I have?
Katie Beeden moved to rural Cedro Woolley to live in peace and harmony. She flies pride flags, declaring her home a safe space, but that safety was recently violated.
Someone took a blade and sliced through each color individually. There was no beating around the bush about what had happened.
Katie posted about it online. The response was immediate and emotional.
And so my overwhelm then and now.
Unwilling to let a symbol of tolerance become a symbol of hate, within hours, neighbors showed up at Katie's door.
The first thing out of their mouth, "Are you okay? Can I repair your flag?"
With a handful of safety pins, a neighbor made makeshift repairs and later came back to make them permanent, sewing the two sides together.
It exploded my heart 10 times.
When Katie's flag was cut, something unexpected happened here. Something Katie says shows the true fabric of her community. Suddenly, pride flags started appearing all around Katie's neighborhood. Neighbors began organizing meetings to discuss tolerance.
So we've got our community box of safety pins.
Strangers started putting their own pins in the flag, 55 of them so far, and grateful neighbors left Katie notes of thanks.
Thank you for the flag. It means a lot to feel community right now, your neighbor. It shows people that it's not an individual that is a safe space. It is a community of strangers that is a safe space.
A new flag, paid for with donations, now sits outside Katie's home, right next to the one that was nearly destroyed. A black scar runs down its middle, connecting the two sides. It's a scar that, to Katie, represents resilience and ultimately healing.
To live is to be wounded. To live is to heal.
Instilling a new kind of pride for Katie and her community.
There might be some people that have their own pain and take it out on others, but there are so many more people that have love and support and will show that for others.
Today is the 14th day of the third month, 3, 1, and 4. Those digits are crucial because they make March 14th National Pi Day. Not pie as in apple pie or pizza pie, but pi as in the mathematical constant, 3.14, represented by the Greek letter pi. It's the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter. According to nationaldaycalendar.com, the first major observance with Pi Day was in 1988 at the San Francisco Exploratorium. And that's your NewsLink webcast for today. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to join us tonight at 6:57 on Ball State PBS. And for news anytime, anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com.